So I didn't have yours. Hey guys, hopefully you're coming back. I killed the stream. They're letting me know that I killed the stream.
I killed it. Tell them
No,
I did it.
It's all good, dude. We've never done it before. This is day 2 with the system, so I'm not worried. If something was happening, that's a different story. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't have done that.
No, you keep going. All right, so there was a 15-year-old killed today. Yeah, there was.
Yeah, I heard.
While we were getting the verdict.
Ohio, right?
Yeah. No. Is it Ohio?
Okay.
Don in Hawaii. Aloha. How's it going?
Big shout out. Happy
Sorry.
420, everyone. It's now
I'll try that again.
celebration because we got a victory for George Floyd. So with that said, I'm gonna play
that was my cigarette. Sorry about that.
All right, people. How about the sound guy? All the time.
Yeah, you can.
All right, folks.
We have
My
some.
name is Jaylani Hussein.
I know
Just
that
wanted to
name.
reach all Assalamu alaikum. Rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace and blessings be upon you today, this evening, tonight, and the rest of the day.
Hey, we will, man. Today is honestly, it's been a good day. There's no situations that we've seen at all since the verdict that there's anything bad would happen. So it is after 11. Thanks, David. Yeah, sorry.
I wanted to say,
I'm gonna wait for people to get back, and then we'll talk about it. It was kind of funny.
this day and this night will
It's
be
kind of the
remembered
nature of
by
the new
many
system,
people.
so we're gonna have to figure that one out
And they will be
until
talking about the 12
we get the
jurors
shit done. So,
in the community that for the first time in a very long time.
oh, I think we have something going on. So let's go.
Many places in this country where
Let's go listen.
justice was served inside of a courtroom. And we will be mentioned that in a small flyover state of Minnesota, the worst form of police brutality happened. And it moved the world, it moved our state, but it moved the world too. And we all, in our deepest spaces, were hoping for this day to come, and it did come. But we're not satisfied. We're not satisfied until all 4 officers are charged and convicted and sentenced. And we are gathered right here, right now, because 20-year-old Dante Wright
Thanks for subscribing. I
was
really do
killed
appreciate it. We're trying to get to that
in
1,000.
Brooklyn Center while the world was watching the trial of Derek Chauvin. And I know many of you saw the video today. You saw the look of Derek Chauvin's face. He was shocked because his white privilege did not protect him at all. And not only that, but also he was so shocked because in this country, I think I heard a statistic that maybe 7 out of thousands, 15,000.
Sorry for being gone.
Think about this: 15,000 killings since 2015. Only 7 police officers have been found guilty. What does that tell you about our justice system? It's evil, and it does not work. But to see his face look like he couldn't believe it, well, he better believe it now. And you know what? He still didn't believe it until they put the cuffs on him. He probably didn't see that coming. He thought he was going to go home. He thought he was going to go home and wait for that the sentencing. But guess what? That sentencing was denied. He turned around. They put the cuffs on him, and they walked him in. And there's a community that he doesn't want to belong to that he's going to, by the way. And they're going to recognize him, and they know him.
Sorry. There we go.
Because that community is the community that he has been abusing for a very long time. How many black men in this country have been wrongfully incarcerated? How many black men have been wrongfully incarcerated? How many black men in this country today are incarcerated for taking some batteries for their family, food for their family? How many black men in this country are incarcerated because they look like some suspect? How many black men in this country today are in prison for 35 years for thought? For
Oh,
thinking about it. How many black men in this country right now? It's about time, huh? You have a
dude.
mask, by the way? Everyone out here is wearing a mask for real.
No, I
The
know.
mask on people?
They got lost it. I lost it at the
Anybody have an
the
extra
rally
mask?
today.
Extra mask?
A mask?
Yeah, for this guy.
Yeah,
He needs a mask.
I lost mine at the rally today.
Somebody got you. I'll get you one now.
I appreciate, dude. It's on the go, 10 days.
No, understood. No worries, man. We'll get you one. Are celebrating. Are celebrating. They're celebrating that Derek Chauvin is no longer not only a police officer, but he's guilty as hell.
Yeah!
Guilty. Guilty.
Guilty!
Man, that was sweet. That was sweet to hear that.
Oh yeah.
And you know what? Satisfied, y'all.
No.
Satisfied. Because of look at that.
Are you going to need a mask?
Yeah, somebody's getting me one. Oh, right there. Thank you. I lost it at the rally earlier.
Oh, okay.
Charged for what she did.
Sorry.
She murdered Dante Wright.
That's right.
If a black man can make an accident and we call it murder, then a white woman who makes an accident is also a murder.
That's right.
It was no accident.
It was no accident. It was no accident. It was no accident. The moment she saw that he was black, he was already dead. The moment that she saw he was black, he was already dead. And think about the most hurtful irony that George Floyd cried for his mother and Dante Wright had his last words.
Yes. So sad.
What does that tell you? Dante Wright knew something was happening, and the only person he found solace in was the police. And this tells you that there is something that is coming right now. I don't know what it is, but something is coming because I think we're making a corner. We're turning a corner. It may not be a very wide corner, but we're making an edge to a very long road.
Hey, if somebody wants to submit this to woke.net too, that would help out a ton.
They are celebrating guilty. And we all should be celebrating guilty. But we want more guilty. We just got our appetite. We want more guilty. We want guilty to the system that continues to kill black people. We need justice. If we got justice inside the courthouse, we want justice outside the courthouse. Because there are too many people hurting. And the same police departments that killed George Floyd, that killed Dante Wright, that killed Adam Toledo, will kill again. I just heard that there was another killing today.
Ohio.
Micaiah Bryant in Columbus, Ohio. 15 years old.
15 years old. They couldn't wait. They couldn't even wait for the verdict to come out.
What's up? Fuck yeah, man.
Say her name.
Say her name.
Woke on Twitch. Oh, Jennifer, thank you.
Say her
It's good to hear.
The last thing I want to tell you, or one of the last things I want to tell you, for many of you today, it's important that we not understand these streets, but it's even more important to continue to make this commitment.
Sorry for that. I'm trying to get my gloves back on.
Thank you. We need to continue to make this. Thank you, Peter. We need to continue to make that commitment toward justice.
Probably not gonna stick around.
There's a lot of people who
Is that
showed
cool?
up
Yeah.
since Sunday here. There's a lot of people who continue to show up in these spaces, but their heart is not in this fight. We need people that their heart is in this fight. And I'm going to tell you how you can have your heart in this fight. The way you have a heart in this fight is you fight for these families. These families, they always come out and they pour their heart out, talking about how they lost their loved ones. And we need to think about that. We need to empathize with them and be boots on the ground for these families. This has to end. And we need to not be satisfied in small victories like we see today. We need to demand a full systematic change and overhaul. Until we get that, we will always be chasing a hashtag. We will always be demanding a prosecutor to bring charges. We need this thing to end. We need the solutions that are going to prevent the next Daunte Wrights. And we can do that. Because I'm going to tell you something. If Daunte Wright was a young, white, affluent girl, she would not have been shot, neither stopped nor killed. The taser would have never come out. She would have been seen as a human being. But Daunte Wright was not seen as a human being by this killer cop. I'm telling you that. And that's the truth. And if people don't think that that's the truth, wake up. Wake up. George Floyd was killed in 9 minutes and 29 seconds by a man who put his entire body so that George Floyd could not breathe. His entire body. So tonight will be a night in history. It will be a night that many people will think about and remember. And if you have been boots on the ground, you should recognize that you have done something. Because this victory did not come inside that courthouse. This victory came because we were boots on the ground. People here in Minneapolis, people in St. Paul, all over the state, people all over this country came out. The whole world came out for George Floyd. The whole world came out for George Floyd. And that people that continue to put pressure here on the ground in Minneapolis are the people who should recognize that that victory belongs to you. You delivered that victory. And I was glad to see George Floyd's family today smiling for the first time. To see a little bit of breathe, yeah, they can breathe and have a little bit of relief.
I promise you they ain't doing nothing.
But I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, in this moment right now, it's about us. If we are committed, if we are united, if we are focused, let's keep our focus here, because they're trying to distract us. If we are committed, if we are united, if we are focused, we will overcome this system and those who support, those who have been standing next to it. And many people today, by the way,
The
did
National
not come
Guard
out
started
into
their
the
trucks.
streets. Many people did not come out for George Floyd. Many people watched it just like they're watching right now at home. Many people have been seeing this. And what I remind those people is what Dr. King told us. In the end, we will not remember the silence of Donald Trump and police, killer cops, and those who supported them. No, we will remember the silence of those who say or claim or think they're on our side. Because if you have not used your money, your resources, your mouth, your organization, your faith community, if you did not use your network, if you did not use your abilities for this movement, you can't claim it, first of all. And if you did not do that, you are part of the oppressor. You are supporting the oppressor. Your silence
Absolutely a calm
is
night tonight.
violence. So this moment, if you woke up just because of the verdict, or if you felt a little bit of anxiety today when you heard the verdict is coming out, and you were worried and worried and worried, I'm going to tell you, welcome to living like a black person in America.
That's right.
Welcome to living like a black person in America. I'm not going to say the business name, but I called the business today that was closing up, and the woman that I was talking to was literally about to cry because she's like, "I got to close this thing. We're closing down." And I felt really bad because I was like, "How are you so worried? I'm the one who should be worried. I'm a black man in America. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of?" But the reality is there's a lot of people in this country, a lot of wealthy people, by the way, who are afraid today. But the reality is we got a little bit of justice, but I'm not satisfied. We should all not to be satisfied. But tonight we celebrate. Tomorrow we go to work. And we must demand justice by any means necessary, including being out here right now and forget for the stupid curfew.
Don't worry about the curfew. Y'all good. Curfew don't exist.
Say his name.
Daunte Wright.
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 Dante Jr.,
Good to
we
see you.
love you.
That's right.
Community love you.
Absolutely peaceful,
You
guys.
understand these families. He had a little sister. We love you. He had an older brother. We love you. Katie, we love you. Aubrey, we love you. You understand how hard this is for these families? Just imagine. Put yourself in their shoes. It was an accident, but put yourself in their shoes.
It wasn't an accident. It was not an accident. No, don't accept that.
Now, we know this was not no accident. We know this was not no accident.
Thank you, Ty. Come on.
We know this was not a coincidence.
That's right.
There's no way you can confuse something that weighs 22 ounces to something that weighs 8 to 9 ounces.
That's right.
A dominant versus non-dominant.
Thank you.
She was trained. She was all the way up, 26 years on duty. And y'all steady trying to play these fear tactics on us. We not going. We love our community. We love our brothers and sisters. We love one another. So when you kill one, we gonna come out here and we gonna stand. And this is a common ground, no matter who you are, no matter what color you is. Everybody sees the adversity set against African Americans in this country. We tired. We tired. We burnt out. We exhausted. Y'all expect every activist to just do this off
She
the
learned a
strength of
lesson
their
that
heart.
day.
I'm sure.
Yo, you know, beautiful
The
words,
worst
bro.
night of all of them.
Keep going.
We gonna keep doing that.
It was supposed
Just
to be
for
calm.
these
It wasn't. I wouldn't have brought her.
Oh, I know.
We don't
I'm
owe
just
these
saying. I'm
families
just saying.
nothing. We gonna
Fact
keep
of the
going
matter.
for
That
our
was
Oh, dude.
different
families.
than any other night.
There's
I've been
people
out
that
there
was held all
almost every night.
weekend.
Right? Yeah.
One night.
Me too.
136
That's
people
why I
held
thought I could
all
judge it
weekend.
properly.
Let's talk about them. Let's
So-
uplift them. Understand how much trauma that would be?
I
I
just.
know a couple of people got their ribs hurt when they got tackled that nobody's talking about. We need to highlight these victims as well. They out here taking L's on us. And literally, that's why half of them not here. They're afraid. They got chased.
Look for
They
the
got
dog.
cornered. They
Right.
got
Yeah, I
kicked in
saw
their
that.
stuff.
Okay. That'll give you a right to me.
Rubber bullets on sight. First night they came up running, spraying.
What's that?
I said, let's go on and take a
Then we
picture.
eating all them
Anyway,
bullets
nice
just
to
to
meet you.
say stop
Thanks,
killing
brother.
us.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm not going anywhere.
I know. I
We
was gonna say,
never afraid. We need justice for Dante Wright. That was not the due process. She's guilty. We need to speed this up. It shouldn't take no year in public humility to put the family in front of
whoever
the
asked
TV
that question,
and tell them
absolutely
they can't
not.
come into the court because COVID-19, even though they all vaccinated, to make the whole world see that. It shouldn't have to come to this. It shouldn't have had came to this. We, as a community, demand more. The youth are struggling more than me. I'm hot. I'm mad. We need to convert this energy into something. The youth did a walkout. The youth is hurt. They have no space. We need a youth mental health and wellness center. I don't care who builds it. These youth need it. We have to continue to uplift one another. I love everybody who keeps coming out here and riding. I love the fact that he kept his truck right here. He said, wait, Skip Curfew, let's go then. And he was with it. It takes us to have the spirit to encourage, to stand against
Hopefully,
these oppressors. The
Jaylani
National Guard,
is going to come
go
over and
home.
talk to me on stream.
National Guard, National Guard, National
Give me a couple
Guard.
minutes and hopefully we'll get a chance to do something interesting here.
We out here, y'all. I love the community. Everybody speak for me.
Okay, hang tight.
Who's streets?
Who's streets?
Who's streets?
So we'll see. We'll see.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God, man. George Floyd and his whole entire family, the community, the people, we deserve what we asked for today. Guilty, guilty,
Somebody
guilty.
asked if my logo with the colors were inspired by Antifa.
Were they?
But I want to remind everybody that
We met, right?
continue to be out here on Instagram, pushing legislative changes for our community, uplifting our people.
No, it is.
and
That's
our-
why I'm not
and
mad.
our
I'm just laughing because
organizations
I
that's
know me.
We got plenty of organizations that's ready to step up to the plate and police our community. We don't need these motherfuckers. Excuse my language. We got CPAC. We got Twin City Justice for Jamar Clark. We got families supporting families against police violence. People like the Armstrong right here, Move
And
for
also,
Justice.
to be
We
honest with
have
you,
here in Minnesota.
it was powerful.
We have
as fuck.
so many organizations
I was
out here,
excited.
huge
I wanted
organizations
that
as well.
result.
We gotta
I don't think
continue to
anybody
uplift our
expected
organizations to
Oh,
make
no,
the
you know what they
changes that
expected?
we
There's a
need
reason
in our
everything
community.
closed up and
We gotta
everyone
uplift our
scared.
brothers
Yeah,
that's
right.
in the legislature. John Thompson. Anybody know him?
Should we do that with the
We
backdrop?
need to continue,
That's what I wanted to do,
uplift these
but we'll
brothers,
see.
man,
I just don't want the sound.
Each one teach
I know.
one.
Oh, shoot.
We need to each one teach one. If y'all don't know,
No,
man,
I'm not trying to laugh. If
everybody
you know
to
who
look
I
at
am,
the
you know
bills,
that
man. We got
Antifa is not a thing for me. I'm not angry at them. It's just I have a different fight that I'm fighting
I
for
don't know
this
if y'all know,
for the
but
right
if y'all-
reasons,
if y'all
but
get ticketed for
right
fraud
reasons
or
that I see.
protest,
So no,
they're gonna take away your
I'm not
business
trying
card,
to
too.
laugh
So we
about
need
it
to make
only
sure that
because
we stay focused
Jason
on
here
the
with me
bills that's
with
out
Minnesota
there
News
that
Now
are trying
knows
to
me.
slide underneath our noses
Um,
as well.
Yeah,
I'm not
that
gonna say
color
too much
only
to the
because I
people.
thought it looked
I
fucking
love
cool.
my brothers and sisters, my community. I'm so happy, but again, this
It's
is
a Great
small
Dane. I had a
matter.
Great Dane. We just put down,
Win for us.
or
Justice
he died a
for
few
George
years ago.
Floyd,
So
justice for all stolen lives. And
it's
yeah,
the logo that
we gotta
popped out,
reopen
and I
all
said,
these
"Yeah, fuck
cases.
yeah,
We
that's me."
need all these cases reopened. All of these cases reopened. From the Breonna Taylors, from
Yeah,
Taylor
everybody's
Brown,
closing up.
Kobe Heisler,
Running.
the
I don't think
Rices,
anybody.
I don't think anyone
Walter
expected that.
No, it ain't
Papa
cool for that.
Collins. We can keep on going, but we gotta keep
I
on
didn't.
saying the names.
Not one-
Let these people die.
I
Our
thought
brothers
we were gonna
and
get
sisters
like
die
some
in vain.
bullshit middle
So
ground.
all power to the people.
I thought
Uplift our
manslaughter.
community.
Yeah,
uplift
like
our
there was gonna be
organizations
something
out
like
here
here's a
pushing the
bone.
changes for our people. Black Lives
We
Matter.
can't give you anything.
Black Lives Matter Minnesota.
12
Black Lives Matter
motherfucking
St.
jurors.
Please
All three.
connect with some of our organizations.
There's no argument
and
there.
figure out what you
Right
can
or
do
wrong,
to help our
jurors.
brothers and sisters out here.
I was
That's
going
our
by
system.
what I was
That's
seeing
it,
and
right.
what the state statute said. But again, I wasn't part of it. I
No,
couldn't watch all of it.
this is my point.
That
This
was
is
the
why we
problem.
have 12 jurors.
That's it.
And that motherfucker was guilty, guilty, and guilty. He was guilty hard. No, and I appreciate that resonance. That's why I'm not giving you any shit. If you come back or you're around for a while, you'll know me a lot better. And
We want to commemorate this night that
I'm
this is the
absolutely
night that we all were thinking about for a
a
very,
little
very
bit of a
long time.
weird and different
And there's a
independent.
lot of work that was put
And
into this night here tonight.
you'll
But
see. It's not Antifa
what
though.
got us to this night was not the politicians. What got us to this night was not the prosecutors. It was not the system. It was the people that got us to this moment. And I want to take a moment to just commemorate what the people actually have to go through to get us to this point.
Right, James?
After George
It's
Floyd was
insane.
lynched in front of all of us, in front of
But
the
keep in
cameras,
mind,
the world
my
could see,
first 6 months of this was on Twitter
they
through
were
Periscope.
gonna be
I have
because I was
500,000, like
there to bring
I have
forth the
multi-millions, but I had 500,000 people watching me
And the
at any
people
given
demanded
time. It was unbelievable.
for
It's closed
charges
down,
to be brought forth.
and I kind of
But
stopped for a
before
while, and
even
now I'm
that,
trying to get it
the
back.
officers were not
I
even
have to
arrested.
start from ground zero.
They were wronged,
Killing me.
and the people demanded for the all officers to be
Eric
arrested.
Brandt show.
And then they were arrested.
James
And
Madison,
yet
the
they did not
president?
get any charges whatsoever.
Not
And
even
then
funny.
finally
Not
we
even
got
funny.
some bogus charges.
Good to
And
see
then
Eric.
the people demanded for the charges to be upgraded because we knew the charges were BS. We demanded for somebody else other than Mike Freeman to take the case. Then Attorney General Keith Ellison took the case and upgraded the charges. But it took a lot of different things to happen for us to get some charges brought forth.
Um,
And then once the charges were brought forth,
the
they did not
fuck?
want a jury of peers of George Floyd to prosecute to be the jury of the case. They wanted people that look like Derek Chauvin, that maybe carry the same values as Derek Chauvin, to carry and become juries of the case. And they were trying to take the case away and out of Hancock County
Hey, mods.
and take it to an outside jurisdiction. But he died in Hancock County. And people
Where's
in
Thor?
Hancock County should be the ones that get to
Listen, I'm gonna go back there,
the
but we're gonna
fate
talk
of
cleanly.
Derek Chauvin. But the people make that happen. And we fought for those things to happen. And then finally,
Yeah,
they said, you know
Van
what?
Hammer that shit.
Right? But then again, they let the officers go, even though Derek Chauvin was a fight risk, heading out to what? I think it was Florida or Mexico or whatever the case is. Right? But yet, but almost say that again. And they wanted to try it all together. But then that didn't happen. But all those things happened because of the people. And the people took to the streets. And that was a testament to what we all can do. But unfortunately, while the fight continued to happen, we lost many people during that time frame. From Dulal Eid to now Dante Wright and so many others. And that tells you that while the whole world was watching, the system was continuing to fail us. And we have to admit to ourselves, we can't lie to ourselves. We know that the system has deep roots in white supremacy. And it was never designed
Yeah,
for
that
us.
statement was pretty crazy. Don't,
So, in order for us
James,
to
you've been
dismantle the
really good.
system,
You have no
we
issues
have to
with
be
me here,
more
but
than just not racist. We
all
have to
lives
be
matter, but
more.
blue lives matter
We have to
more.
stand in the face of white supremacy. You know, a couple weeks ago,
That's
that
kind of messed
there
up,
was a
man.
bill that was put forward to say that, hey, if you
I'm
are
not saying
part
it's
of
not
white supremacy
like
group,
I care about
or you are
everybody,
affiliated in any way, you
and I
cannot
have no
vote.
problems wielding a van hammer.
And it came down to a party line vote. Well, the Republicans said, no, we can't do that. And the reasoning wasn't because it was unconstitutional.
Yeah, that's
Since when was saying no to hate
that's
unconstitutional?
it's coming into this
Since
area
when
and
saying,
making
hey, we don't want
crazy
people
shit statements
that are
that are
against
designed
black
to
lives
antagonize.
unconstitutional?
So yeah,
That is ridiculous. And this is why we must continue to fight tooth and nail. And I really want to shout out Brother Cortez and so many other brothers here as well that put their bodies and sisters that put their bodies on the line for us. Right? Hitting hit with wrong bullets just so that we can exercise our voices. Just for us to say, stop killing black people. Stop killing black people. Stop killing black people. And today in Minnesota, we got a verdict that said that it was not okay to kill a black man. Today in
I'm on
Minnesota,
7 different ones.
a jury of George Floyd's peers said
Yeah,
it was not okay.
if you don't mind, here's the thing.
of
I'm
George
super
Floyd's
laid back,
peers
right? Like,
said we will
there's
not
no issues.
stand for this.
I know you've been through a lot of stuff.
But
It's been a really tough
we
week.
must not get complacent in this
I
moment.
started day one George Floyd.
Yes, we saw a glimpse
My
of
first day,
accountability.
I filmed
Because to me,
Umbrella Man.
that is
They're
still
knocking
not
windows
justice.
You're Umbrella
It
Man?
is still
I
not
know,
justice.
I'm the guy who filmed it.
Justice would have been
Yeah, I'm
if
not
George
Umbrella.
Floyd was
No,
justice.
So day
That
one,
would
like,
have
I
been
want to tell,
But today, what
like,
we
explaining that to
saw
people, it's not
was
bragging, it's just that
accountability. We
I
just
know
saw
that
a
my
little bit
fight
of
came late in life,
accountability. Today, what we got was
but I'm
justice.
day one, right, for me. So
And we still got 4
my
other
question
hours
is,
to go.
it's just one,
We
super
got the
simple.
3 that
I
were
was
there on the scene,
terrified
as
today.
well as Kimberly
Okay.
Potter. And we
I
need
did
to
not
push for
think
Kimberly
when I
Potter
heard that
charges
verdict
to
was
be
coming,
upgraded to murder
it
charges.
was going to be a good thing. And people were
We need
locking
to
up
get
and
murder
closing.
charges.
Like, I don't think
I'm
there
going
was
to ask a
a
very
ton of
honest
people that
question.
thought
Where the
guilty,
Ohio
guilty,
troopers
guilty.
at?
I'm making the
Where the
sure.
Nebraska
Let's be
troopers
perfectly
at?
honest. It's 3 guilty.
Where the
You have me
Missouri
on that.
troopers at?
Did you, in your heart of hearts, think that's what we were
All
going to
they
get?
had to do
Really?
was give us justice.
And I was
All they
comforted
have
with
to
that
do
because I
is
needed
give
to.
us
I needed to.
accountability. But instead of giving
It's
us
live. It's live.
accountability,
Yeah.
So yeah,
they
so
are willing to
I
spend
personally believe
millions
that.
and
And I
millions of
talked to a lot of
dollars
people
to silence us.
my circle.
Millions of dollars to
People are a little
occupy us.
anxious.
Millions of dollars that's coming from
I
our
I
money,
just
from our taxpaying
I
dollars
personally
to
believe
oppress
that
us,
this case
to tear
is
gas.
not unique. I'm
Just
sorry, it is unique.
It is unique, yeah.
It's unique in so many fashions that
all because
a
they don't just want
non-guilty
to give us some
verdict or a mixed
accountability. They
verdict
don't want
was
to give us justice.
very minimal.
Really?
because
So
I
now,
I feel
tonight,
like
yes, we got a
the,
little bit
the
of
jury, no
accountability.
matter where they were,
And the door is cracked.
are still gonna
But
live.
it is up to us to open
So
that
they
door
have to
fully
take into
wide
factor.
open. It is
Absolutely,
up to
that's a
us as
fact.
a
No, it's
man
absolutely
for
a
all
fact.
of the
Yep,
cases to
I
be
agree.
open.
And I think that was a
And
little
it is up to
sprinkle
us to
from
make
the
sure
OJ
that
Simpson
families
trial,
don't have to
which
come
the
out here
bigger
and
the
be
case
I'm old
traumatized
enough
is,
to remember that,
right?
by
just
the
so
way.
they can get their voices
I
heard.
was in middle
Just
school.
so they can say,
Wow,
hey,
I'm older
I
than you.
want
I'm
some
sorry.
Yeah,
accountability. Because you know
I
they will
have
never ever
gray
get
hair.
justice.
I just have gray hair.
You
They
hide
will
it better
never
than I
ever
do.
get
Yeah,
justice.
but
But it is up
no,
to us
but
to
like
hold
that, and I
the
also
officials
really felt that
accountable,
the
to hold the
prosecution
police
did a great
accountable,
job, and
to
the
hold the
defense really
system
didn't have an
accountable,
answer.
because it's the city
And
of
there was another
Minneapolis,
police
the
officer
state of
that came and
Minnesota,
said,
and the
no, what
United
he did
States
is
that's
fine,
guilty,
and we do that all the time. Which, by the way, they
along
could
with
have
their
done more.
children.
They could have.
Now, what's
Police
happening
officers,
Absolutely.
that
they
their
could have other
children got
people.
guilty
But
charges,
they
but I'm
didn't.
not gonna
They
lie to y'all,
didn't.
I
So
was a little
they
sad
fed
as
them
well.
out to the wolves.
The
You
reason
know,
why I
no
was
blue
sad is
line
because
breaking.
we were celebrating
Not really.
something that should have been normal.
The way the blue line would have broke
You know
is
what I'm
the
saying?
day
And
that
it's
he was
really, really
killed to
bittersweet
say
to me
there was an
personally
incident
because
that happened,
that
police
tells us
officers
that
were
we got
involved,
so
we're
much
going
growth
to
left to do.
determine
And
later,
yes, we're gonna celebrate
right?
tonight,
Instead of saying
but
he died, you
tomorrow
can tell.
we're gonna roll
Or
our
Yeah.
sleeves
whatever.
and get
Right.
back right to work.
But
Thank you.
I was more concerned about a potential mix. So
And that's
maybe
what I
not
think, like,
second degree murder, but
the
the other one. So
I
that
can't.
was
I
my
don't even have
issue.
words to
But
describe
I
McKinney
felt
Olivia Armstrong.
today that we were gonna get guilty,
Armstrong,
and
That's cool.
civil
No,
rights attorney, as well as
I
the
thought it was
president
the
of the
best
Racial
thing that we
Justice
could get, and
Network.
I didn't think it was coming. I really did. In
And
my heart of hearts,
but I think the reason why people didn't think is because police officers are hard to charge. If it's any of
Yeah,
us,
let's
I don't
give
think
it
you
up.
needed any more
it took
evidence.
one juror could
Come on, y'all.
show
We
throwing
can
that
do
whole
better
thing
than that.
away,
We're
right?
standing out here in the cold.
One out of 12,
After what
12
happened
people. That's
today,
why we have.
letting them know that,
That's
as
why. What is
Muhammad
the
said,
other
we're
guy?
not
Walter
satisfied.
Scott, or the one who
A
killed
20-year-old
Walter Scott in
young
South
black
Carolina?
man was
They got a hung jury,
unnecessarily
Yeah,
killed
it did.
just a
So
week
and they had
ago.
to get a federal charges.
As a mother, I am mad
Yeah.
as hell. I have
That's
a son
insane.
who is 16 years old.
Do you mind a follow up or two? Just real quick, and I'm not trying. Like, I want to go home. I'm freezing. So one of the things that I noticed, I've been doing this for a little while now.
An air freshener hanging on
There's not a lot of elected officials that are coming down to support the cause.
in a pandemic or whatever fake excuse they come up
Do you
with
think that's okay?
to racially profile black
Maxine
bodies.
Waters had to come before
And give
Angie
my
Craig,
son the
Ilhan
treatment
Omar,
that
right?
far too
Where's
many
Dean?
black men and
Where
black
are these
boys
guys?
receive.
And why
And
aren't they here?
increasingly, black women
That's a
and
question
black
for
girls.
the constituents.
Because we'll never forget what happened to
But the
Sandy
question
Grant.
is, I don't believe them
And what they
showing up
did to her
is the same
just
as
for
them doing
speaking her
something about it.
truth
There's a step.
and calling for
No,
Yeah.
that's something.
accountability and why
It
she
is.
pulled
I'm not
over
saying
in
it's
the first
nothing.
place.
But if they were working
So
on
like
a bill,
Muhammad, I do
and,
celebrate the
you know,
fact that
If
finally
they were working on a
If they-
bill, they don't have to be here because they're working on making progress.
crooked
But they
cops
aren't. So where
will be
are
able to
they?
put on an orange
Sorry.
jumpsuit
and it's
and
not
face
just
some of the
it's not
same
this,
black men
it's also where's
that he
President
sent
Biden,
into the
where's governor
penitentiary.
Walz,
I would not want to be
Oh, we
Derek
have-
Chauvin
yeah.
right about now.
and it's not about
That's all I'm
showing
gonna say. I ain't even gonna go deeper than that.
it's about talking about this space
I mean,
in a
think
way
about
that
that.
is
Now that
very
is justice, in my
unity
opinion.
focused.
Right.
That's why he was
Everything I
trying
heard
to
from
cut a deal
politicians so far, including Governor
with
Walz, is about
crooked and
security.
corrupt Mike
Yeah.
Freeman,
It's
the
about
Hennepin
rioters.
County
It's
attorney.
about this.
About bringing in
I don't
troopers
wanna
from
serve
Ohio
my
and
time in
Nebraska
state prison.
who aren't
I'll
governed
take
by the
10 years
TRO.
on third-degree murder
They've been
in
taking
federal
people like
prison.
us out.
Elected
Because
officials
he don't
in
want
these
to
moments
face
have
the
to tell
black
the
men
hardest truth.
that he put in prison in the state of
If they tell the
Minnesota.
hardest truth, they can win the hearts and minds.
Woo-hoo!
Because even
I'm
the
just
hardest
saying, when you
truth
really think about it,
can actually
he
help
in
us
trouble.
heal. But when you
He in
don't tell us the
trouble.
truth,
Seriously, he better hope they don't
lies tend
experiment
to keep
on his defense
people
theories.
away from moving. We can move from
I'm
truth.
just
If
gonna
you say,
leave it
listen,
right
I
there.
don't have
Only
the
God
answers.
knows it.
It's the truth. It's our
Only
truth.
God
I don't
knows
have the
it.
answers.
For real.
And I don't know what it looks
But
like.
honestly,
to
though,
hold
as
police
Muhammad was saying,
But I'm
as much
frustrated,
as
and
these
I'm waking up,
politicians
and I don't know
and
what
these
to
elected
do. And I
officials
feel like many Minnesotans feel
want
this
to
way.
say,
And the whole world is
you know,
watching
we
us.
did
And
this
we're
and
not
pat
like this in
ourselves on the
Minnesota.
back.
We're much better
There
people.
was resistance
Tell the truth.
at
I'm
every
telling
hand,
you,
like
you speak to
Muhammad said.
Minnesotans that way,
If
they're
it
going to come
wasn't
back
for
out.
the
They're going to be like,
people,
yeah, representative
showing
of
up
you
in a
too.
pandemic,
And then you
y'all.
guide them and say,
We put that
that's the
event
moment where we have to ask
at
tough
2
questions,
o'clock in the
have
morning
tough conversations.
after
It's
George
not.
Floyd was killed.
See, so
Hours
this is
later,
Jason. He's been with me
thousands of people
as we've been.
showed up.
What,
Day
And
one.
the
you know
people
about
who
what's happened
wouldn't
the
leave
press
their
out here,
house
right? Like,
because of a pandemic, who
we've
came
had this
out to
conversation
stand up
every night.
for George
We
Floyd.
watch.
And then we marched together
What do they call it? The
from 30th
Operation
in
Safety
Chicago
Net.
to the 3rd precinct.
They're saying so many things
And
about
just
what
like
is
what
going
happened
on.
I
out here,
literally ended my
the
live
police
stream Thursday
responded
night.
with force.
got
They
to
came out with
that corner, look at my
flashbang
Twitter feed,
grenades,
Operation Safety Net said the
trying to
crowd's
tear gas
re-engaging,
people,
getting
and
on the
trying
fence.
to use force.
Literally,
in riot
there
gear
was
against
10
people who were
press
hurting,
members to
against
one
black
protester.
youth who were
It
hurting.
was over. It was
against
done.
people who
Everyone
were
was just
demanding
getting ready,
justice.
cleaned up, and leaving.
But you
So
have to
for me
understand,
personally,
this is
I
not
have
a
lost
new game.
confidence
No, it's not.
in Governor Tim
from the
Walker
60s and
It's an old
beyond,
game. Oh, yeah. Yep.
because he
and
authorized
they've lost the
Operation
narrative
Safety Net.
because they killed somebody.
And he
So
had
there
the
is a
nerve
sense
to
of
say
community
that
buildup
their
over
use of
war,
tear
over
gas
request,
and munitions and
demand for some
projectiles and
accountability.
rubber bullets and
And
all
to
that has been
distract
judicious.
people, they
So I'm
want
like, you know
to
what, Tim Walker,
create
bring your ass out
this
here.
distraction.
And you let
This is
them
the oldest game
put
in
all the
in
weapons
war,
that they
in
use on
war.
us on you, and
You
then
give
you
your
still tell
enemy
the
something
people
for them
that
to
their use was judicious.
Yes, divide.
and then
You would be
you
running
focus
like a
on
little.
right. So
I'm gonna
they
leave it right
needed
there.
it. You know, night
Right?
one I was here.
So the
Yep.
people in positions
We
of
heard about
power
there some kids, and it was mainly
act
kids.
like
There was one
they
car
are
in
better
that corner
than
and another
all
car
of
here.
us.
Yep.
The road was still open.
They
In
act like
fact,
they
we
can
shut
use
down
their
the road
power
up there.
Yep.
to try
And
to
then there were
silence
not
us.
even 25 kids here.
But us being
And
out
most
here
of them were
in the
really
cold,
Yes.
after
not
a victory,
properly
while
dressed
most
for even
people
the
have
evening.
gone home
No.
Okay?
and gone to
Then we
sleep,
see 9
shows
vehicles go in there.
that we will
They
not
go
give
in there,
up,
50
that we
officers,
will not
roughly
give
about
in,
maybe 7
that we are
officers
not
come out,
satisfied
and they start
with
lining up,
manslaughter
25
charges
there,
against
25
Kim
there.
Potter,
They turn the
that we
lights
will
off,
go
and I
back
get on the phone with
to
the
the
mayor.
Washington County Attorney's house in
We
Stillwater,
call the
Minnesota,
mayor, I'm talking
again,
to the mayor, I'm
like
talking
we
to the
just
guy, and I'm
did
like,
last
listen,
Saturday,
just
to
go back
demand
inside.
murder
Yes.
Just go
charges.
back inside. If you want to protect the building,
Because
wait
Kim
until somebody
Potter
approaches upon
should
it.
not get a
And
slap
by
on
the
the
way, when I
wrist
was here,
for
not
taking
a
the life of a
single
young black
person
man
was
who
even near
should
the
still be
sidewalk.
alive.
No, it was
So
press.
we
They
gotta
needed-
persevere,
they
y'all. I know we are tired.
This aggression.
I know many
And
of
then
us, I did not
as the
sleep at
night
all last night.
developed, the
And many of
audience
y'all
changed.
ain't slept
Yes.
for days.
From young
I know
people
we
who are
ain't
neighbors
eating right.
to people
I
who
know
are
we
rushing
can't
over
even
here.
keep a normal routine. I know
to
my
stand
central
at guard.
nervous system
Whatever,
was way
whatever.
off. I had to
Right?
go
And
to
then I
an
was
event
standing here.
at George
In fact,
Floyd
I got
Square,
hit
and there
as
was
I
some
was
monks
walking
who
back up
came,
there,
and they wound up
You
doing a
get the
meditation.
rubber round?
And
Or
then
no,
help
somebody just
reset
tripped.
my
Oh,
central
okay,
nervous
got it.
And
system.
then I tripped, and then
Because
I
we're
stood
in
there,
the middle of a war
and
zone,
just
and it's
watching
very
the whole
stressful.
episode
It
kind of
causes
unfold.
PTSD.
And they really
When
were
you
just
don't
like,
know,
"Oh,
we
look at
out
this
here
scenario."
after their
Like, this
bogus
is
ass
where the
curfew.
action is. And then
At any point, they can come out
when
here
they
and
started
try to
this
snatch
aggression,
and grab
that's when
and
we
use
started to hear
all
about
the
it.
tactics that they've been using.
Yep.
But I'm just proud
So
of y'all,
the
and I
chaos
know,
that they
even though we
started
didn't know
just
Dante
literally
personally,
carried out.
I believe that he
And
is
then the
proud
two
of
nights, as
us
you said, the two
for
nights when they
continuing
were
to
didn't do
stand
this
up for
approach,
him
nothing happened.
and making
Yep.
sure he is
Weird,
not
right?
forgotten.
But what happened
When the
between those two
national and
nights?
international media
You know, that's the
pack
night I
up
brought
and
my
go
daughter
home.
here.
That we
Said,
like,
because
we
It
don't
was
care
Friday
what
night.
watch what they're not.
there's a lesson
We
that
are
needs to be learned
watching.
here that you
We
don't get
live
from
here.
a screen.
We demand
You have to
justice,
come
and we
listen to
get
that,
justice.
right? Listen to
Justice
people
for
that
Dante Wright.
need to know what's going on. My daughter, she's 16. 15 feet away, we're getting flashbangs for what?
Someone cut the gate, and no one even entered. No, I'm not saying
Let's
that
be
the gate should
perfectly
be
honest.
cut. No one entered, and they let them cut it, let them pull it open, and waited.
Of this system. Let's talk about that
Like you
one
said,
time.
it was almost like they were waiting so they could have an
This is the
excuse.
oldest game.
Peace.
And think about it. If you're at home
Yeah.
You know, I came down
and you
here
don't
today
know what's
because
going on, you
the more I
invite
thought
yourself
about it,
into these spaces.
the more I looked at this
And
with
for
Dante
many
Wright,
people who have never
I
been in
came
this
here the other
environment,
night
they're
to
just
stop
worried,
through,
they're
but I
just
flew
afraid.
down here
And if you show them
because
the police
I
are
did
defending you from
32
these
years
crazy
in
people
prison
who are coming and
for a
bullying
crime I didn't
you,
commit.
then yeah.
I
But you
just
feel
came
like
home. My
I
name
need
is
the
Darrell
entire
Jones. You Google
national
that. I
guard
did
and I need
35
every
total.
announcer and every door.
So you all
Well,
are in prison
was
right
it-
now
It's
don't even know it.
Orwellian
At least
to
I
them.
knew
Wednesday
it
But that's how
was
you do it.
Wednesday night when the
Don't
lady got
be
tackled over
concerned
there in
with
the
that. That's
bathroom,
what they do
they
to us
live in
doing.
that building.
It's the same
I
thing.
think I
This
found
is
out
what
that
they
maybe
do
she
to us
didn't,
when
but
you
it
do
didn't
it.
matter. The
But
point is,
when the
fact
guy
is
came out,
keeping us
yeah, there's a
going.
guy that came out was
And
drinking a
nobody
beer
out here
and standing
not
behind us.
thinking
And he's like, "What's going on?" Why are they so far down here?
You look
And they
at
tackle him.
all of us in the
Dude,
system.
it-
How many
I
murders
think-
you hearing in the prison?
Eventually,
You ain't
the truth
hearing
will
that.
come out.
So we
But
click up, white,
I
black,
think
all
we
that,
also have
mob
to learn
dudes,
the
all
ways,
of us.
and that's why a lot
We
of our
click
actions
up. I'm
didn't
originally
actually
from
happen.
Chicago.
We try
I'm
to
telling
help
you,
people out
right?
together.
I'm here in Boston,
We
and my
want to
people.
focus on
We click
not
up.
just here, because if we focus on
You
here,
have
now
no
we're
choice
gonna,
but to click up.
we're gonna give
You
people
got
more
so
chances
many
to
movies.
be at this.
I was
What are you
sitting in the
doing?
joint,
You're just
like,
literally
wow,
yelling.
which slogan
Yeah.
do you damn
So,
follow
we
with these
had
people?
different actions
Right?
downtown
We staying
Minneapolis.
deep under police. I'm gonna hit y'all. Put you up
Are you
on
familiar
game.
with like
Because
First
it's all
Amendment
game.
auditors,
I'm
cop
gonna give you good
watchers?
game.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Funding
I'm one of
somebody
those.
Okay.
So
who is working
we've been
overtime,
on the
getting more money than
forefront
you ever got all across the country.
of holding them
That means more
accountable
police
for a
have to
long
stay
time
overtime to keep the numbers up.
because
So
we're
they
trying
really
to prevent
get paid.
this, right?
You want to defund
The
them?
problem is
Put
they
you
look
up
at us
on
as
how
a
you
nuisance
defund
because we
them.
have no backing. We can't find
When
an
they
attorney
come
when we get
in
messed
any
up, right?
state,
First thing they do
when
is,
they
what
get up, they
ethnicity are
say,
you? Well, you didn't get a civil
in
rights
behalf
violation.
of the Commonwealth.
The problem with that is
In behalf
we're
of
taking
the
around
Commonwealth.
like everybody else.
That means
We're
that's your
standing
credit
here.
card.
In fact, when they
Now,
gave
if I go
us
take my
the
man's
dispersal
credit card
order,
and just go use that
we
and
stepped
find
in front
out,
of the crowd.
you're gonna be like,
'Cause
nah, bro, I didn't tell you to
honestly,
use that
our,
credit
and
card.
again,
because
what
you
do
know
we
the
say?
PIN
It's the
number.
physical
They
embodiment of
hip
the first
to y'all
fucking
PIN
amendment.
number.
Pardon me.
You know how to get
We're-
into your
So when you
account
tell
when
us to
you're not paying
leave, who's
attention.
here to tell
You
the
ain't been
world what's
gone long
happening?
enough. You ain't
So we
felt
step
enough.
forward.
You just
It's
moving,
a thing.
independently
But
moving, but
that's
you
the
ain't
problem
feeling
now
your
is that
movement.
they actually
You gotta feel your movement. When I'm telling you
No,
about what they
there's
do to you,
we should have to have a
That's
restraining
the,
order.
that is the
We have the First Amendment.
most
Congo
succinct
versus
way of
Darrell
putting it,
Jones.
right? Like, you tried
I've
to
been
think
with
of a better way to
everybody.
say it, but you can't, can you?
My man Sean Ellis
It's-
right now, we on the next.
That's why
list.
this, like, this is an
That's
interview,
how
but it's really not.
Ford
This
is,
is
my
just,
man.
I
That
want to
is
see.
the
but it's, they
last
don't care.
part of the
And
week
they
of
also
mine.
know that
We're doing them all over.
mess
We
it up
gather,
in politics.
you ought to even see that
Yeah.
gather.
Hey,
We had over
you've been
250
so
of us.
wonderful.
Absolutely.
Thank you for
250
talking.
Thank you
of
so
us.
much.
Think
You
about
too.
Good luck.
all of us. National exoneration, I'm on that list. Those of us they can't question. So I was sitting here saying, oh, I wish they would come over and arrest this
Get a good
man
one?
again.
Come on,
So
man.
we can talk about why.
Come on,
We
man.
can talk about you.
Hey, guys.
We only can do what we can do, right?
So that was Jaylani. That guy has done quite a bit.
Because they can't say
That's good.
in behalf of the Commonwealth.
We're live.
If
You know,
you
Residents,
all
that's
were saying
kind of some twisted
not
fucking logic. If you think that, go ahead, but that just makes you a dumbass.
Just saying not in my name. If all of this state was in
Hey,
position of
banhammer
saying one
that
word,
shit, guys.
not in my name, do you all know what would happen? Then they would be in court saying in behalf of who?
That was Jaylani. He's been
You would change the
He's been very
system
active in this
instantly
movement over
by
here.
taking your credit back. Like the Blaze, wake up. That's how they
Hey,
play
mods,
me.
just start janking all these motherfuckers out of here.
What happened to
He's
that?
not really a
Right,
politician.
It was all white police that put me away. When you
I
look
think he may
together,
want to be,
everything that
but
can happen to a person happened to me. You know what opened the door for me to come
he's.
home? For a white juror.
I'll get you the info, the specific info here.
She came forward.
Did you see
and
that?
She said, "Oh, you know what? 32 years
He's
ago,
been in a lot of news.
she didn't want to die with me. She died as soon as I came out."
Oh shit!
She
Sorry.
said, "You know what I did? Not her.
Did
Three
you?
white
Go,
men
dude,
over there
get
had
that shit
all
up.
white jury. You gotta remember, it's 85 when I'm going to joint. I was 18 or 50 fucking old.
Yeah, I got his photo.
Keep game. That's my whole life. You understand that? I don't get that back. No matter how much bread they give me, I don't get that back. When I was in that joint,
All right.
I lost my grandmother.
Here's the deal, guys. I'm freezing.
My son.
I'm gonna call it a night. My stuff,
But the issue was,
my gear is
I
failing.
never got to say goodbye to none of them.
So
They just
we're
knocked
gonna
on my
call it.
door like, knock, knock. We lost another one. Go on about
Yeah,
the
you
way.
did. How
I
about
didn't go nowhere.
no?
I didn't share
Hey guys,
nothing.
ban residents for me. It's just being a fucking troll. I don't need that shit.
A lot of that time in that box in segregation. Because I was doing this thing.
Any which way, I'm gonna call it a night. Everything's starting to fail on my phone here, and we got so many trolls coming
I
in.
worked for the mayor.
Good luck, guys.
Who
Be
gets
safe.
to the
Make
White
terrible
House.
fucking decisions.
You understand that?
And
They say, yo, that
I'll
dude
see y'all
knows.
again.
I educated myself.